qué rollo, quiero mandar un saludo a mi amigo Goodfella de parte de tu amigo Jaime Munguía. Un abrazo, carnal. Ánimo.
All right, man. Luis Ortiz defeats Charles Martin, man. In a good fight, man. I mean, at the end of the day, if I bought a ticket, I wouldn't be mad if I got the ticket, if I bought it and shit, man. But he won. He overcame 2 knockdowns, and he banged Martin out his frame in 6 rounds. Okay, Charles Martin did what he needed to do in this fight, man. And what he needed to do was use the ring, it mix in his aggressiveness. But the thing that really messed up Martin was he was overcommitting. Me and Lion Killer, you check that channel out, Lion Killer podcast, was on the phone. We're usually on the phone talking through fights, kind of giving our opinion to each other. It's a good conversation. It should make y'all pay for the recording. But I'm joking. But he was saying that, he had the perfect word. He said Charles Martin was overcommitting. I think he was getting a little bit too comfortable. And I definitely think that was the proper term for it. I legitimately thought he got too comfortable. And what he was doing the great. Well, check out the Fire Reaction playlist, man. The heavyweight boxing playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Hot, drinking this tea. But what he was doing, both southpaws, not every day you see 2 heavyweight southpaws at the prize fight level. But what they both was doing, man, what he was doing was what got him in trouble was when he threw his left hand, when he threw a punch, and he threw the jab, was beautiful. Threw a punch, he overcommitted, you know what I'm saying? And he's fighting from the outside. He's, he's fading a little bit. His thing was he would throw the one. Ortiz would try to slip the one, but Manny Robles had him throwing the left hand to the hip, and that's what his game plan. And then try to put that right hand in there. But Charles Martin, the other mistake he was making, he was walking into Ortiz's power hand, and reason he was walking to his right was to get the left hand down the middle, whether it was Ortiz roll, and I throw the right hand or I feint Ortiz kind of bite. And I was going to drop the right hand to the body, and that game plan was the right game plan, and it wasn't too complex. And sometimes you don't really have to be complex if you're fighting a complex fighter and a counterpuncher. But he did a good job of using the ring, boxing. His foot movement's pretty good. But when he sniped on the outside, when he boxed on the outside, I did give Ortiz a better chance. But the rounds were debatable if we're not talking about the knockdown. The rounds was debatable. When he stayed on the outside, used the ring. Manager just said, you know what, man, we're not going to load up. We just want to, the game plan probably was just pop, keep moving. You know what I'm saying? And then Martin started getting comfortable. He probably said, Ortiz can't really hurt me. I'm a pop, and he missing me. My defense is good where I'm a pop and I'm going to put something behind it. And then his weight is over his weight really wasn't bad, as Cobra was his last fight and as Joshua was, where Joshua kind of really leans over. Cobra's kind of leaning over hard in his last fight, but probably with a purpose. But, he was but then when he started squaring up the first round, he threw a straight left and he squared up. And I said, that might be a problem. But the game plan was pretty good, man, where, he used the ring, he mixed in a little aggressiveness. And early on, his length and his reach and his athleticism gave Ortiz some problems. And, he dropped Ortiz in the first round. When Ortiz dropped him, that wasn't knocked down. They didn't count it. He dropped Ortiz with I think it was the overhand left or whatever. Hurt Ortiz then. A couple rounds later, Ortiz was winning like the 3rd or 4th round. He dropped Ortiz with a jab to the side of the neck. I think it was like right here. So the first knockdown was a shot to the back of the head. The second knockdown was he kind of was like a push jab they were equilibrium shots, and we was asking each other in the Discord, was Ortiz punch resistant going in. Me and Adonis was with Lion Killers on the phone. He was saying that no, he don't think he just got caught with some shot, but the back of the head, that was the first knockdown was back of the head, and then the second knockdown was like a push shot on his neck. That's exactly hey, there we go. It's like a push shot on the back of the neck, man. And they wasn't flush shots where you couldn't take it, but Ortiz, Martin landed some flush shots, and Ortiz took them well. Some of them he shook a little bit, but I knew Martin was more inactive than he was. Martin hadn't fought since the second Wilder Fury fight. That was February, whatever it was. I think it was 22nd, 2000. Was it 2000? Yeah, it was 2000. And Ortiz had just fought last November. Now, I mean, 2000 20 November. And the issue with him was, the guy was under investigation. I think it was his second or third time, whatever it was, for taking Dobbs, and Ortiz only, he got a 1 round in. He had the camp, but Martin got more rounds and beating Gerald Washington. But like I said before, Martin had a good game plan, but the game plan became dangerous when he started overcommitting and squaring up. Had he overcommitted, and not squared up, you know what I'm saying? He threw a punch. Ortiz was slipping. Ortiz was looking to counter him. And when you square up with somebody, or you square up when you commit to a shot, you probably the master counter puncher, you're gonna get knocked out. That's just simple as that. And Martin was squaring up. Around one, he squared up, but when he fought behind his height and his power, he just shot his shots. He was dangerous. All he needed was the 1-2 and a little short lead hook. That's it. That's all Martin needed, bro. Martin didn't need to go out there, throw a 1-2 or throw a check hook and then work out and use angles. He did. His game plan was good. He just the fundamentals. That's all it was. It was the fundamentals, bro. That's the only thing it was. It was the fundamentals. And just not, squaring up and overcommitting, just touching them. You dropped them with a jab. Why we trying to load up? And just touching them. And Martin, Martin got the physical tools to he got the physical tools to be a good fighter, bro. He got hit with a good shot when he got stopped. Ortiz hit him with an overhand left. And he froze and he looked at the judge or whatever. Ortiz hit him with an overhand left. And he froze and looked at the judge. And Ortiz timed that. He been looking for that shot all night. And, what he seen was, what he seen was when he dipped, kind of like the Jake Paul knockout. I'll have to make that comparison. When he dipped, Charles Martin was shooting a jab. And like I said, Martin was walking into Ortiz's power hand the whole night. And that's what happened. The same thing Jake Paul did. He dipped, and Martin threw a jab, and Ortiz knew he threw a jab, and he came over the top, hurt Martin. And Martin was circling to Ortiz's power hand the whole night. And the reason he had to take a chance to circle to, the southpaw, they both southpaw, to circle to his opponent's right hand because he wanted to get his left hook off. And Martin was shooting his left hook, and he was, when Ortiz shot that, when he dipped, Martin said, you know what, I'm going to shoot my jab. I know he's going to dip. I'm going to move a little bit to my right, and then I'm going to shoot my left hand and hurt him. When Ortiz had different plans. Ortiz been timing that shot the whole fight. And it wasn't when Martin squared up or nothing. What happened was Martin bit on the dip or the feint. Martin just bit on the dip, and he been looking for that shot. He landed. Martin got a little tired, too. His chin was going straight up in the air. He didn't keep it tucked. Well, his chin was tucked. He just caught him on the side of on the temple. And Martin froze, and Ortiz, did what he had to do. He put his hands on him. He didn't let him talk to the officials too long or his corner. And Martin's arm actually got caught in the ropes. And then obviously Luis Ortiz finished him. So, yeah, I'm not surprised, bro. Martin was fighting good, man. To fight a disciplined fight, to fight a disciplined fight, you know what it means? Not only just being focused, and a lot of people have problems with focus. It's not just being focused. It's having the right conditioning. And like, when you talk about having the right conditioning, we talking about, being able to keep following the game plan, bro. You got to be able to follow the game plan. You got to be able to do that, bro. And you got to have the conditioning, because when your conditioning started to drop, your hands started to drop. That's exactly what happens in boxing. When your conditioning starts to drop, your hands start to drop. Them 10 ounces get to feel like 10 pounds, man. You think 10 pounds might not be a lot. People say in the gym, 10 pounds ain't a lot. They can't do nothing but try to hold 10 pounds boxing. You know what I'm saying? It's just a different animal, bro. And Martin just got tired. And then, even if Martin did get tired, right? He was squaring up and overcommitting. Either he was going to get Ortiz or Ortiz was going to get him. I was very hard-pressed to find this fight going 10. And I knew that was the case. And they really was selling the knockout. That's what the pay-per-view about, and it delivered. It legitimately delivered, bro. And I knew it was going to be a good fight. This would have been a great fight on regular TV. But Martin was making some mistakes, but Martin was doing some good things. Martin was making him eat his power jab. And Ortiz had to figure out Charles Martin, and that's the honest fact. That's the honest opinion. He had to figure him out. And he knew what he wanted to do coming into this fight, but Martin made it a little bit different. Martin just didn't come to him and bring the fight to him. Martin made it difficult, but the thing about it was Martin wasn't going to be able to carry that game plan out. Martin was not going to be able to carry that game plan. And if he could, he probably would have won, but he was squaring up. He was squaring up, and, and also, that's not him boxing. You can't turn somebody into a St. Rock. You can't turn somebody into a boxer overnight. And Manny Robles did a good job, though. He just that, your discipline, and you got to be able to do that for 12 rounds. Hate to sound like a broken record, but if you can do that for 12 rounds, bro, credit to you. But like I said before, anything Martin really could have done different was just touch him and not load up on his shots. Just touch him and keep moving and move it the other way, man. Everything ain't about just setting up that left hand. You was hurting him whatever you threw. But he was trying to move to his right to shoot that right hand right down the middle. And that's why he's moving to his right, moving to his power hand. Not every day you see another southpaw, in the actual fight. And Charles Martin should have been giving him different angles. They should, he said, you know what, my left hand is better than Ortiz. I can take a shot better than Ortiz. I'm gonna prove it. And obviously he couldn't. Ortiz was a little bit more diabolical by what he was doing, but it wasn't the last 3-4 rounds he was lining that shot up. It was just a matter of fact of closing the. And I think Ortiz was allowing Charles. I think Ortiz's game plan is not to cut the ring off on his opponents. If his opponent is rocking like with Wilder, he followed Wilder around the ring. If his opponents, especially tonight, his opponent was walking into his power hand, I don't think he wanted to stop Martin from walking into his right hand. He wanted to line up his left hand. He wanted to line up his left hand over the top. And Martin made it easy, especially when you go to the corner and you can't go to the left no more. So in a close corner, Martin tried to turn. He tried in a close corner where he couldn't really go back and he couldn't really slip. He tried to jab and he tried to move to his right to line up his right hand, and he didn't have the leverage. Ortiz had the leverage. Ortiz had, all the canvas behind him and some canvas, Martin had nothing behind him but ropes, and that was inevitable. And what Martin should have been doing was, man, getting out of that corner and making Ortiz cut the ring off. And I don't think Ortiz's game plan is to cut the ring off. I think Ortiz's honest game plan, to be honest, I think it is to let you keep going by and then come over the top, and that's his way of cutting the ring off. I think Ortiz just want to go over the top. But what Ortiz did tonight, I don't think his punch resistance should be questioned, because he got caught with some punches on the back of the neck, on the side of the neck, on the back of the head. So, but Martin made him think. Martin hype-bobbed him. You see why, Wilder has some success, because, when you a southpaw, you lined up for that right hand. And that's why Ortiz probably don't step over most opponents, because you're a sucker for straight right hand. So, I think Ortiz did what he had to do. And outside the knockdowns in the first round, I think it was a toss-up. Maybe Martin won it besides the knockdown. Other rounds, when he wasn't getting knocked down, he was doing well in this fight. But Martin was making it debatable when you don't talk about the knockdowns. He was boxing well, using his height well, using his reach well. His feet was looking way better than he did. And he was more positive. He was shooting that left hand to the hip to debilitize Luis Ortiz. But the fight didn't get into the championship rounds where it was going to debilitate Luis Ortiz. And like I said, he had a good game plan. I can't even say he should have went to the body a little bit more. He did a good game plan. He just, he's not polished enough as a fighter yet to carry that out. And, when fatigue kick in and you still can stick to a game plan and you're not traditionally, doing what you were doing tonight, that's what tells. When fatigue started to kick in and made Martin make some questionable decisions. Ortiz win the 6th round. Check the fight reaction playlist out for more videos like this. Check the heavyweight boxing playlist out for more heavyweight boxing. Want to financially support the channel? Cash App CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in description. Cash App Venmo roll at the bottom of the screen, PayPal link description. Appreciate Mike. Flame Mike up. You could have sent whatever. He paid up on the bet. I was scared that Ortiz was gonna win. I asked him to cash app. He like, man, hold on. Ortiz did come back, but find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. If you have a business question, inquiry, sponsor, video request, all my social media link, subscription. Twitter's the fast way, and Facebook and Instagram. Want to make a financial donation? Best way to donate. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button, it's the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, future change notifications. We go live or drop a video. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know in the comment section. Peace.